Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Stealing from the Greats, where I break down the best subscription signups out there. And today I am looking at Bokksu. I think. I think that's how you pronounce that name. Came across this website earlier today and kind of fell in love with it. I do love a lot of parts of it. First of all, I know these kind of Stealing from the Grades episodes have been a little rambly sometimes. So I'm trying to find a good structure, a good consistent framework of how do you evaluate a website, specifically a subscription website and the subscription sign-up flow, because it's a little different than everybody else. And what we found is because signing up for a subscription it's an extra layer of complexity rather than just buying a one-time product, because you have to also unpack the subscription itself, the subscription policies, the cancellation policies, the trust factors, the shipping, the timing, what's included in every box. So there's an added layer of complexity to these pages and to this customer purchasing flow. So what we were able to figure out as me and a couple of other very smart people have been working through this process of trying to understand the customer's behavior, is that there's two fundamental factors that play into somebody going down a subscription purchasing journey. One are the drivers. What are the reasons to proceed in the journey, and what are the barriers? What are the things that are getting in the way and snagging customers on the way of their going down the rabbit hole into to getting a subscription? So that's the drivers and the barriers, and that's how I'm going to look at these websites going forward. And first, we're going to look at the drivers and examine this page for drivers. And there are fundamentally three different types of drivers on a home page and throughout the website. One is the brand benefit, the clearly stated brand mission, the company vision. What are you buying into? This is the Simon Sinek's why. Why does your company exist, and why should I care? How does it relate to me? So that essentially is the top. The brand benefit, then it's the product benefit, the specific features of each product, and properly and well explained with a benefit statement. So this could be something like in our this case, it's like, hey, you get a snack box, and here are the benefits of getting the pieces. Here are the individual pieces that go into with every snack box. So the product benefits. And then the third driver are the trust symbols. Social proof is biggest one, but it's also things like pricing, clarity, and cancellation policy. Those are very, very important, as well as access to FAQ and access to contacts, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at the barriers first. Let's take a look at the drivers first on this page and figure out, is this enough to actually get us to proceed further, take the next step into from this homepage, maybe to click get started, to maybe scroll down a bit more. So yes, starting off with the biggest driver, the brand benefit. You land on the page, first thing you see, 90% of people will see, 99% of people will see this when they land on the page. Discover Japan through snacks. Very clear brand benefit of discovery, now in our limited edition Moon Festival box design. A little vague as far as who that's for, so it doesn't necessarily shout at me. So this could be bringing you a way to discover Japan in your home through snacks, something like that. Or just connected with the customer where they are at in the world, giving you access, or you deserve to discover Japan through snacks, or something like that. Or yes. And then the subheader should be something, I think, a little more concrete. This is the benefit statement, and the underneath the subheader should be something like, hey, Japanese subscription box, snack box, something like that. Okay, so that's the big brand barrier. It's not necessarily super, super strong. I think it could be a little better with identifying the target audience right away. And if you scroll down in big text, right, basically a header one size text, they're telling you the mission of the company. Bokksu delivers to your door the experience of tasting authentic Japanese snacks, candies, tea sourced directly from our century-old small family businesses. So this is cool. First of all, I do like how big they tried to make this. I'm curious what this looks like on mobile and how much space it takes on mobile. So it's sensible. And they provide a lot of good white space. So this is exactly what it needs to be. So maybe a little lengthy. I can see how some people skipping past this, but I think the idea of delivers to your door experience of tasting authentic Japanese snack from centuries-old small family businesses. So basically, it's like, hey, these are the coolest niches finds from Japanese businesses you'll find, and that's okay. Solid piece. Makes me want to go in and keep exploring how it works. This is typically where 50% of people already have tuned out, found something, clicked on some button, or bounced. So they go to tell you how it works, and obviously everybody. I like this idea. I like this idea of just how it works, where it's quite visual. Subscribe, receive, experience, because very few people actually read these subheaders. So these subheaders need to be complemented with photos, or photos need to supplement or complement the headers. So I wish this was a little more descriptive of what subscribe is, because this could be the receive image. But again, this is nitpicking photography. Although I do love their photography in these photo sessions. Very on brand, very cute. Love it. So subscribe, receive, experience, and they give you images of what's potentially in the box. Like it. And this serves as, so this is a brand barrier, or sorry, brand driver, and this would be a product driver in a big part, and also a brand driver. So, right, so they tell you, hey, this is what the product is. The product is a subscription box, and the features is that you get to experience these different things. Now, typically, so they talk about in the subheader, curated snacks packed with care. Snacks, tea, many flavors, so diversity of each box, and delivered to your door. I mean, I think these are redundant. These could be, one of them can be, and typically what you see is a better explanation of a trust symbol of a policy. You would have either a review setup, or somewhere around here, a review count with a review stars, and they have a lot of stars and a lot of good reviews, but they don't display them on this homepage for some reason. And they do talk about social proof here with big kind of BuzzFeed quartz, Mashable, and basically just the big pieces that you would recognize, but not enough social proof. So trust symbol weak. And also cancellation is my question. Cancel anytime. What is their cancellation policy, even if it's not cancel anytime? I would love to see more trust symbols just underneath the brand statement here. Speaking of trust symbols, a social driver or a trust symbol driver is popular pieces now. They are expecting people to click on and sit through a video that might not take a while. So it's 30 seconds. Okay, cool. She looks excited. Great. But I wish this was a little more captivating, or give me a clearer reason to click on this button. Because sometimes it's like I have a tendency not to click on videos just because it's like I don't know what I'm signing up for. So see for yourself. So if this was, hey, here's an unboxing, or here's an unboxing video, or if they had a better thumbnail for this, I think, or hey, here's what's included, there would be a little more, but maybe a bunch of really good photography would work well as well. So now we have reviews. Now it goes into a little more of the social proof. It's like, hey, always excited to receive my box every month. But the problem here with these reviews, and you have like user-generated content here, again, they're removing any links from their Instagram. So you can't really click through to their Instagram and get lost and just follow and then bounce out. I don't know how I feel about that. I know that some people want it as an option, but I'm curious. I'm curious if what those rates are like. If somebody's done any split testing of letting people go through on Instagram, and what does that do for conversion rates? But the big downside here, though, of this review, which is great that they included, but where are your review counts and actual star rating overall for the subscription box? Because I'm getting one review from Anonymous Lucy Z, and that's unfortunate because I know that they have more to offer than our commitment to craft culture, and you go like, okay, cool. This is more of a driver benefit. I'm starting to get questions, a few questions personally, as from an FAQ standpoint. What's actually inside every box? So you go, okay, so you start scrolling, and then you realize all of these buttons are taking you to the bottom of the page to their funnel and their widget. So what's included? 20 to 40, 24 snacks and teas, snack booklet, allergen info starting at $30 a month. I wish you'd think, right? You'd think that clicking this would give you, I would want something either learn more or see snacks or get started. You click here and it would take you to more images. I want to see more what's in every box. I want to see more photos of snacks. I want to see previous snacks, next month's snacks, stuff like that. And they are instantly asking me to commit to a plan. It's a little bizarre, I think, that they're asking you to commit to a plan before really, really showing off what's inside every product. And what's bizarre is that I'll go, $49, $42, and you go like, okay, if you sign up for 12 months, you get $39 a box. You go like, okay, so this is a technical limitation. On one end, they're using Recharge as their subscription platform, which I had to take a look at and identify what it was. But so Recharge, this is one of the Recharge's limitations, is that they have to pre-build them because these are 3 separate products. And when you click subscribe, these are just buttons that take you, basically add a product to cart and add this product to cart as is. And then you just have this product in cart, but they don't take you to the product page, which kind of surprises me, because they have a fully built out. Oh no. I think I broke their web. Well, here we go. This menu hides, and you can't unhide it unless you scroll to the top. So basically, your cart button disappears. Oh, that's not good. Well, but they do. So speaking of the product pages, if I click on the classic Bokksu subscription on this product page, you get now the review count, which I wish was on the homepage, I'll be honest. That would have definitely made me more likely to click through. And I wish they had more about every box. Like these reviews, these are great. And I'd be curious to see what are they using for their review section. So they got so product details are condensed on mobile. And what are they using for reviews? This is Yotpo. This is good to know. Actually, I should know this because I actually looked at their rewards program earlier today. I should know that. But anyhow, the idea that, hey, you got this many reviews, I should have known that before. That makes me a lot more likely to click through. Now, these photos are not super great. But I wish, no, that's cool. I didn't know that it would be a full, I understood that there would be a booklet. I didn't think it would be that cool. So yes, $50 for a box of snacks, you got to be pretty die hard. So this is what you get. It's cool. I like it. And they got a sticky header, sticky checkout button underneath. So that's what I would say. So the barrier to me would be still not seeing enough value for the $50. I wish they had spent a little more time on the product description here. And I still don't know what their cancellation policy is like. Auto renew options to pause, cancel anytime. Like speaking of that, does their homepage talk about this? Confusing menus. Now market. How's market different from, so market gives you just, okay, it's their one-time items. Okay, so now it becomes more complicated because first of all, from a UX UI perspective, having this menu and a secondary menu, so you go like, oh, I thought it was on the homepage. I didn't think that I was on this particular membership landing page, and I am on the homepage, but for some reason, the nav menu to the rest of the website is hidden. So how was I supposed to know that? And it also confuses me about what the brand does and what actually else is included. Maybe I don't want a box. Maybe I want a one-time thing. Maybe I want to try 5 snacks for $30 or $20 before I could commit to a box. But so that's another thing. So I'd say that's a barrier. A functional barrier that you experience there. And here is what I'm thinking. Now let's talk about barriers. So we talked about the homepage and the membership page. Now the biggest barriers that we were able to find with subscription signups are twofold. First of all, are functional barriers that actually buttons and pieces don't work as you would expect. People get frustrated with how buttons work and where do they take them. I don't think this website actually has any functional barriers. Very, very clear what to take. All the buttons take you to the same place. You're not getting overwhelmed with, oh, what's the next step? Where do I go if I would like to proceed in this journey? One functional barrier, though, is this menu. Because it's not very clearly defined. So gifts, okay. Monthly themes, your first box. Monthly themes is a bit confusing. I wish it would said something a little more descriptive. For example, our past themes, I wish this was accessible to me earlier. This would be cool, right? Okay, so we got this thing and this thing and this thing. I know nothing about Japanese snacks, so but it's basically diversity, I guess, is their big kind of adventure, exploring new flavors and new things. And obviously, if you're a Japanophile, so that's another thing. Love it. But I wish this was part of the journey, or this was a call to action somewhere along the journey. So that's a functional barrier. And now another functional barrier is, look at how dense this menu is. You have one layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer of information. How am I supposed to navigate myself through this as a user? Now, that's a worry. I think they're probably trying to do something cool and edgy. I think it's a little frustrating, at least for me. So that's a functional barrier. And the next barrier goes hand in hand with functionality, and that is organization of information. Because one thing that you find very often is a barrier is that people, load time might be a thing. I'm on a particularly bad public internet because our Wi-Fi at the office is a little spotty today, but people actually, side note on loading. Loading is an issue if you experience it as an issue. I just sat through that and I've been like, oh, okay, that's a little annoying. But once the page loads, everything is fine. I think people are okay with wait times. And now with Shopify, they implemented the Lightspeed loader. Our most successful client, their page speed, according to Google Lighthouse, is 9. And we've done a series of user testing, Hotjar testing, Google Analytics. Load speed is not an issue. It's not even the top priority. It's not even close to the top priority anywhere. So it's kind of funny. So on the fact of conversions and site speed, unless it's really, really slow and it's literally impacting experience on every step of the way, you're fine. Unless you're noticing it, it's fine. Anywho, so speaking of barriers, functional barriers, so load speed would be part of the functional barriers, but it would be also the second one would be organization of information, presenting the information to the visitor at the right point of the customer's journey. So, and also giving them an idea that they are in control, not bombarding them with too much text, not giving them the feeling of being overwhelmed with the options. This is actually a very lovely kind of, you could say, a Japanese minimalistic, very feng shui setup. A lot of white space, not a lot of text, big font, and I really love it. Consistent with wording and sizing of fonts, and so overall, like it a lot. But I do wish that there was a little more about how. So, for example, this is how it works. They talked about the cancellation policy. They talk about many flavors, tea at a time. Okay, but what about the trust policies of the cancellation reviews? How do I get a hold of contacts if I need to? Why hide it under the about? Our story community blog FAQ, monthly themes gift. I wish I could find an easy contact button somewhere on here. If I scroll to the bottom, FAQ is not really highlighted that well. I wish it was a little better to contact you guys. And there seems to be, okay, here's contact buried. And what does contact look like if I click on it? Oh, suffering again from load speeds. However, here we go. So just a simple form and no email, no faces, no nothing. Okay, well, gives it a little, like, lacking a little bit of personality, this thing. Maybe a little too Kaizen. Now, this is overall great, I think. I think it's streamlined. I think you're going to get good engagement. I am really blown away with the fact that they don't take you to the product page. I understand they probably have a specific landing page and they think that this is plenty. And I'd be curious to know what those metrics are. But I wish they took you to this page when you click Get Started, because seeing customer reviews, seeing these reviews and not even loading it in. Maybe I make it to delivered every 3 months. So this is a static thing. Okay, well now it's on. Weird. So speaking of functional issues, there's a functional issue somebody should take a look at. But knowing this is awesome, right? It's very convincing. Knowing that 8,000 people gave this a 5-star, or 7,000 people gave it a 5-star rating. If I want to look at 3-star reviews, which is, by the way, the most popular one you'll see. That's annoying. I don't want to write a review. I want to see 3-star reviews. Okay, show all reviews. Write a review. Okay, so here's a functional issue. If I want to see 3-star reviews, because that's what I would imagine. If I'm clicking on 166, I don't want to leave a star review. I want to see 3-star reviews, right? So that this Yotpo widget could be a little better. But overall, here we go. Oh, fine. Was I missing this? Okay. What if I click on 4-star reviews? Okay. Here we go. I'm stupid. A little bit pricey, but great snacks. Variety not as good as the first box. Summer sugary snacks. It was fun, but I think I'm going to not subscribe. Okay, super helpful. So pricey, but maybe not the best value. But if you want to give somebody a gift, this would be it. All right, perfect. So I think this brings us to a close. This is a much more deeper dive. So as far as an evaluation goes, I'd say from brand drivers, great brand drivers overall, and brand benefit drivers. I understand they are bringing you niche, cool things from Japan, from small businesses to get you hooked on that stuff. Probably not, always small businesses, always this, but overall their mission is that. The product benefit, I wish there was a little more about what's in the box. I wish they had more images. I wish they had, they're talking monthly themes. Why can't they show this stuff on the product page? I would love to see previous boxes and more details on previous boxes. So I kind of look at it and go, that's a missed opportunity. So I would say it's a little slow and weak on the product benefit side. And lack of images, lack of examples. So I wish this was something as, for example, they could have showed me something like this. So white strawberry. So what are all of these snacks? More info. Here we go. Okay, now they at least let you interact and get into all of these. And I wish they had access to something like this on the subscription journey. Because I promise you, people want to see this, and this is very valuable stuff. So that's what I would say. On the product benefit, a little soft. They have the info, they just didn't organize it well, which brings us to the barriers. Organization of information is the big piece that's missing, and this menu is clunky, and that the review widget needs a little tweaking because it doesn't seem to get triggered properly. Overall, though, solid. All the pieces that are there, but not mind-blowing, which kind of gives me personally, as this kind of small one-man band type deal, Shopify subscription consultant, if big brands with thousands and hundreds of thousands, I would imagine, or tens of thousands of active subscribers can do this kind of stuff, and this is how they approach it. And this is very good, but I think we could do better. Maybe that's me being arrogant, potentially. Maybe we just have ideas. Maybe they split tested the living bejeebus out of this, and this is where they ended up. So who knows? All right. Well, I hope this was insightful. This is a little more. This is a little more in depth than regular, but I think this is the framework that I like. I like the off the cuff nature, and I also like the framework of drivers, barriers, and looking at those three: brand, product, trust, functional barriers, organization barriers. So, all right. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful long weekend, and we'll see you next week.